That was a win that was needed by a Kaizer Chiefs. A much necessary confidence booster going into the weekend. Cavin Johnson had to draw some 3 points on this one, because if he had not, it was going to be trouble going into the weekend. We all know how demanding Kaizer Chiefs supporters can be. Improvements all around for Kaizer Chiefs. Their supporters, they've got a lot at least to smile about. We can say they were playing weaker opposition in Cape Town Spurs, but as a team, you can tell that there was a whole lot of good things to mark down. Look at the goals they scored. Look at the people who scored. Shivaviro as a striker, you need goals for your confidence, and you can tell how relieved the guy was after scoring that goal. A good goal by Esaile, and we'll talk about Castillo later on. Unless there's major changes in their defense, when probably maybe their defensive midfielders at Cape Town Spurs, this team is going to be relegated. Well, I go by the name of Oscar Nsinsi Football, where I discuss anything to do with football, from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. And on this episode, we are discussing the 5 things we took out, or we are taking out from the game between Kaizer Chiefs and Cape Town Spurs. Numero uno, number 1. Something that should be of great concern to Kaizer Chiefs, technical team, and even their supporters is how this team is conceding goals in critical phases of the game. Well, I consider critical phases to be the first 10 minutes of the game, the last 10 minutes of the first half, first 10 minutes of the second half, and the last 10 minutes of the entire game. Kaizer Chiefs have been conceding a lot of goals in all these critical phases. I mean, if you watch all their games, majority, 80%, if not 75% of the goals they've conceded, it's during all these critical phases. Obviously, this points to their concentration levels, that they can concentrate until a certain point, but before halftime, after halftime, when the game begins, the lapse of concentration is a big concern. Yesterday, against the side that we can say is probably the weakest in the league, they conceded a goal on the 42nd minute, just before halftime, or just before halftime, first half ends. And the second goal they concede is on the 90th minute. Again, it's a great concern, because it's almost like teams who are going to play against Chiefs, they almost like concentrate on those phases against this Kaizer Chiefs side. And Cavin Johnson, it's something you should look at. It's something that you should correct sooner than later. Number 2, if I mention Shabalala, if I mention Kosing Pilongo, if I mention Luvuyo Pewa, if I mention Luke Bartman, you should be smiling as a South African, because the future of South African football is definitely in good hands. Provided all these players, they are under good coaching, under good leadership, then South African football is in good hands, and South Africans should be smiling. I was really happy to see Nkosing Pila back in the starting 11. As a football lover, you got to admire this young man. He has suffered many injuries, but to see him back on the field and being given a proper position by Cavin Johnson playing that number 10 role is a beautiful sight to see. One thing I like about Nkosing Pila is that he is not scared to even take shots at goal. And he definitely has got a pass in him. A Shabalala brings fear to defenders. He creates a lot of spaces for his forward players, skillful, and a power. Look at the runs he was making yesterday. Big boy, 24 years old, big future ahead of him. Obviously, I'm not saying he's the youngest, but there's good traits to take from a power. Now, Bartman. Will one day tell his children that once upon a time when I was 17, I scored a cracker of a goal against Mzansi's number 1, the legendary goalkeeper himself Itumeleng Khune. What a game, what a goal, and these are things we want to see. We don't want to be celebrating 24-year-olds, 25-year-olds as young players. This is what we want to see. 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds like a Siyama Banner, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds being given a chance to play in the Premier League. Beautiful sight to see, and I was just happy to see all of these players being given a chance. Even Samgelo Zwane had some minutes yesterday. We know that Kevin Johnson is a firm believer on young blood, on young players, and salute to you, salute even to the technical team at Cape Town Spurs. Number 3, unless there's major changes, I've said this before, at Cape Town City, Cape Town Spurs. Cape Town Spurs, you cannot be relying on a Daniels. That guy is, look at the marking in the box. Extremely poor. The guy is old. He could guide and coach these players from the bench. You don't necessarily have to start with him. January, Cape Town Spurs open their checkbook and go sign decent defenders. There are a whole lot of defenders who are free agents that you can, they can still contribute a lot in this team than a Daniels. So unless major changes are done and proper defenders, decent defenders are brought into this team in January, guys, you are going to be relegated. Mark my words. Number 4, Itumeleng Khune. We love you as opposition teams. We love you as South Africans. We love you as Africans. But no. I think your time is up. Your time is up, Chief. No. I don't know why the technical team, they're really forcing you into that starting 11. Yesterday, the goal Bartman scored was funny because it's almost like you were diving after 5 business days, and no. I'm sorry. You can kill me for this, fans, but and this is not me being negative, but this is just me saying things as they are. Kaizer Chiefs cannot be relying on a Khune. I don't know if they were playing him because they were almost like giving him a practice run before the Soweto derby. But if that was the case, you will see flames as Kaizer Chiefs on Saturday, because Pirates is also hungry. Lodge is back. Kumvudi might start, and so Itu Khune, you are a legend, but don't make players or fans start hating you unnecessarily. Technical team, save Khune, please. Just sit him on the bench. Let him guide all the younger keepers, above Vuma, Peterson, and the other MDC keeper, because it will not end nice. It will not end nice. And the last point on these 5 things we've taken from this game. A Castillo, said this before, a Castillo is probably the best header in the league. Most of the goals he scored are from headers. And the guy just knows when to be in the box. Talk about Kairos moments, being at the right time, at the right place. That's a Castillo for you. And whipping across, be rest assured, if a Castillo is there, he's fighting for it. And if he gets to it, it's either a save, crossbar, or back of the net. So, Castillo is a danger man even going to the weekend, because if all fails, all other phases, all other parts of the game, Pirates and Chiefs have cancelled each other out, a set piece, a Castillo in the box, means it will be a goal. Thank you for staying this long on this episode. I go by the name of Oscar Nsinsi Football. Please do subscribe. Tell me where you're from. Salute to all the fans who are following the channel from Lesotho, from Mozambique, Botswana, Swaziland, Namibia, Zimbabwe, my friends in Qatar, friends in Dubai. Really appreciate the support. Do subscribe. We are on our road to 1,000 subs. Do share the content on all your socials. The past a week or so, we've gained over like 100 subs, and all thanks to you, all the returning subscribers, viewers, loyal people who are following. I really appreciate the support. Content creation is not the easiest of things. If you think it's easy, come try it, you will see. So when I see engagements on comments, see subs, see people really encourage me, I'm really inspired to do more. Don't forget to hit that like button. It is necessary for algorithm, so that this content reaches to people who are like-minded like you. Really appreciate the support. Thank you so much, folks, and God bless you all.